Buying your first home in Vancouver can be both exciting and scary. What was supposed to be the start of a new chapter in your life that was full of promise can quickly become the source of all of your problems with one wrong move. You might be caught up in the hype or lull of the market. Both sentiments can cause mistakes in judgment. I see first-time buyers make the same costly mistakes over and over again. Mistakes that can cause you tens of thousands of dollars or worse. They can cause you to buy the wrong home. Fortunately, Vancouver has been a forgiving market over the last 20 years. However, things have been rapidly changing and mistakes can now be very costly. In this video, we are going to talk about the biggest first-time homebuyer mistakes in Vancouver and how you can avoid them. Make sure to watch to the end because I saved the biggest one for last. Hi, my name is Simon Liu and I am your friend in real estate here in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. The goal of this channel is to become your most trusted and reliable source of information about real estate in and around Vancouver. We aim to provide you with the most up-to-date, most interesting and relevant information that you need to know about for your next move. If you are thinking about making a move to Vancouver and its surrounding areas, my team and I would love the opportunity to be interviewed to be your realtor. We have helped close to 1,000 families happily move up, down, and around over the last 19 years. I invite you to send me an email to info@happyhomesvancouver.com or a text message to 778-688-6838. Let us help you find your happy home. The most common mistake I see is when a first-time home buyer tells me that they are sitting on the fence because they are waiting for an adequate price drop. But what happens during the time that you are waiting? If you are renting, you are throwing money out the window every month. Rent does not build equity. If the market is stagnant, this means other buyers are waiting too. The longer you wait, the more buyers there are that are also getting in line. At the same time, sellers will become discouraged and they may begin to take their homes off the market and decide to wait for a better market as well. This will eventually reduce the inventory levels to the point where we first see a balanced market and then a seller's market. When the dam breaks, it's like playing musical chairs, but there's only one chair left for all of the participants. The reality is, prices trickle down slowly, maybe 0.5% to 1% per month. This is because sellers do not have to sell unless they are being pressured by their own circumstances. But when prices are ready to reverse, you can see it go up 2 to 5% in a single month, which eats up 4 to 6 months of waiting in one shot. Smart buyers do not try to predict the perfect time to buy. Instead, they commit to buying when it makes sense for their finances. Using an online calculator does not count as knowing your budget. I'm talking about meeting with a mortgage broker and your financial planner to discuss your borrowing power. The mortgage is a two-step process for the lender. They need to approve the property they are partnering with you to buy, and they also need to approve the borrower that they are betting on. The pre-approval eliminates that second step so that you can focus on the important issues once you find a home that you like, such as understanding strata documents, inspection reports, and matters relating to the title search. I see many buyers start looking for a home before understanding their household income and household budgets, whether a fixed rate or variable rate mortgage is best for them. What affects their loan to value ratios? Student loans, car leases, lines of credits can all affect your borrowing power. Buying a home without understanding the details of your finances is like betting on a game without knowing which teams are playing. In Vancouver, if you don't know your numbers, you are either going to overextend yourself or waste your time shopping in a bracket that doesn't fit your budget. Many first-time home buyers find themselves with cold feet at some point during their home search. In my experience, one of the most common reasons for this is that first-time buyers often get caught off guard because they were not prepared for the additional cost of home ownership. On top of the sale price, there is the property transfer tax and legal fees. If you buy a strata title property, there will be monthly strata fees. Sometimes they discover projects down the pipeline which will result in special levies. Oftentimes, sellers are selling because there are maintenance and repairs like hot water tank replacement or the roof is getting near the end of its life. Projects that they don't want to do that you'll need to budget for. Living costs such as utilities, internet, and other services can add up on your monthly expenses. That affordable home you thought you were buying can quickly become very expensive if you don't understand what you need to do during the due diligence period. Knowing your budget and asking the right questions before you commit to making an offer will ensure that you are buying the right home with confidence. I've given you 3 finance-related mistakes to think about. Let's talk about 3 non-financial mistakes first-time home buyers make next. Have you ever walked into Ikea for a new lamp or a side table for your bedroom and found yourself fighting the urge to redecorate your entire home? That's what happens when staging is effective, and this is a problem to pay attention to when you are looking for your first home. Many home buyers fall in love with the seller's decor and furniture or the Instagram-worthy kitchens and end up ignoring the most important things like red flags found in the Strata documents, layouts with horrible features, and locations with these undesirable quirks. Consider this a public service announcement. The furniture does not come with the home. What you need to pay attention to is the Strata maintaining the building, and do they have enough money saved for a rainy day? Is the floor plan maximizing the space? Is the location convenient for you? Your first home doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be a property that has the right features for you to be able to live in it for at least 5 years. In Vancouver, and pretty well anywhere in the world, location is key. Pick a good spot and you could be set for life. The wrong one, however, can become a costly mistake. How can the location become a costly mistake? There are certain neighborhood features that people will not want to live with if they don't have to. I have sold homes for people after they lived in it for a short period of time because they found out after moving in that the location is not the right fit for them. Selling a home costs a lot of money, time, and stress, and this must not be overlooked. But what is a good location though? Some people say somewhere in a vibrant neighborhood that is close to transit, schools, and shops, while others argue that a quiet neighborhood away from all the noise of the community hubs that is clean and not too populated, that is the perfect place to live. As a first-time homebuyer, there will come a time when you must decide if you need to stretch your budget a bit for a trendy area or consider a less popular spot but is close to transit and has future development potential or may have good resale value. Your first home is not your forever home. Think of it as a stepping stone and picking a location that maximizes your budget while considering saleability for your next move. Now, I'm going to tell you about the biggest mistake first-time home buyers make when shopping for a home in Vancouver. As an avid do-it-yourselfer, I have many DIY videos available on this channel to help you do it yourself, but I am telling you that buying your first home is not something you should try to do on your own. Searching for a home online seems like a good idea, and it really is, but without professional advice, you're going to be looking for a very long time. A realtor has the tools to help you filter the homes that are right for you based on your criteria. Doing this will save you time from looking at properties that do not fit your needs. With all due respect, even if you think you're good at negotiating, I need to remind you that the seller hired a professional to help with this task. Are you better at it than a professional? A realtor has tools, knowledge, and experience to help you navigate this part of the process effectively. When I am representing the seller, sometimes I hear that the buyer has a relative who is good at renovating homes and that he will come and do the home inspection. When a listing agent hears this, it is music to their ears. This means that the buyer is not using a professional and that they will likely miss many possible defects in the home that the seller will not have to address. A professional home inspector uses proper tools, has the know-how, and provides a written report. This is a critical step in saving money when you're pouring all of your hard-earned cash into buying your first home. I get it. You want to save money any way you can. As a first-time buyer, it is important to know that realtor fees are paid for by the seller. You are actually leaving money on the table by not having your own representative. Buying your first home in Vancouver is going to be one of the best financial decisions you ever make. And if you can avoid making the mistakes that most first-time homebuyers make, you will also avoid turning it into one of the most expensive problems of your life. The winning formula when it comes to buying your first home will come down to preparation, strategy, and avoiding these common pitfalls. If you are a first-time homebuyer and want a clear game plan for your situation, make sure you like, subscribe, and reach out. We help buyers navigate this market every single day and would sure like to help you too. The goal isn't to just buy a home, it's to buy a home the right way. Hopefully this information helped you sort out your thoughts on what mistakes to avoid when buying your first home in Vancouver. If there is something you're unsure of, always reach out to a professional. If you are thinking of making a move to Vancouver, I would love to be the realtor to help you do that. So please email me at info@happyhomesvancouver.com or a text message to 778-688-6838 and let's get you settled into your happy home. If you found this video helpful and want to see more of it, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel or share with a friend so that you can help us help more people. Again, my name is Simon Liu and I'm here to serve you here in Vancouver, British Columbia. Thank you for watching and see you next time.